Cassie from Southeast by Midwest, and today we are going to do something a little different, and we're going to talk about how I style my hair for bed. Now I know you're probably thinking, okay, why can't you just throw it up in a ponytail? And normally I would, and that's because, you know, this hair is so thick and so long that it wraps around and all that good stuff. So it has to be, something has to be done with it. So originally I was putting it in a ponytail, either up high or down low, but I found that I was getting really bad tension headaches and migraines. And when I stopped wearing it up, you know, high or low or in a ponytail on my head, I wouldn't get as many migraines. And I think part of that is because I wear it up when I'm in school, so wearing it up while I'm at home at night is just too much pressure. But like I said, you know, having it down, it wraps around my neck when I'm tossing and turning, so, you know, something was going to have to give. So I decided braiding. However, with the way that my hair acts, like I can't always get it all into a braid and it comes down. So I found that there were some things that I needed to do to kind of prep my hair in order to get a good braid. Now I will say that I do when I do this, I shampoo my hair the next morning to get all of the product that I use at night out of it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in. And the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to grab a hairbrush and we are going to just run a brush through the hair. That's all, super quick, and that's just to get any tangles that might be in there out. And then we're going to set this to the side because we're not going to really need it anymore. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a comb that has a rat tail of some sort on it. It can be a plastic or it can be a metal one like this. I prefer to use the metal end ones at school, so I use the metal end one at home. I just make sure that I properly sanitize and disinfect before this goes back into my kit if I happen to be using one. However, I'm actually using one dedicated for home right now. And I'm going to use an alligator clip to section off. So basically what I'm going to do is something that you should not do in cosmetology. So I'm going to put that alligator clip right there for the moment. And I'm going to section off a small piece of hair right here on the side. And I'm going to comb this other part away. And I'm going to have this section right here. So I'm going to take this alligator clip and I'm going to kind of clip this section that I just combed away. I'm going to clip it more securely away. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same comb and I'm going to section it off just like, I'm going to just section it in half. Because I'm not going for a full flat iron style. I am just kind of straightening my hair to kind of keep like flyaways and things like that away. So, you know, I'm not looking for just, you know, I'm not going to want to section, you know, every single piece, because that would take too long and that's just going to give me a flat style and that's not what I'm wanting. I'm just wanting to kind of just generally straighten it. So then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a flat iron, and today I'm using the Irresistible Me Diamond Hair Styler. And this is I've actually been using this in cosmetology and I really like this. It has the little tips at the top so that like when you're going straight down or when you're curling with it, you have these little tips right here that are cooling tips. It also has one right here so that when you're going down or when you're curling, you know exactly where to place the thumb of this hand. It has a little swivel cord. And what I really like is that the buttons are on the inside and it instantly heats up. It's like 15 seconds. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go for a low temperature because my hair is very, you know, it's thick, but it's kind of fine. You need a lot of heat. So we're going to want to go for a low temperature. So like right now it is on, I don't know if you can see that, it's on 300 and it's blinking and this light is going up. It's currently at 250 and the temperature is going to keep rising until it gets up to 300 rather quickly. And that's as high as I'm going to take it. I'm not going to take it up to like 350. That's going to be way too hot for my hair. So now that it is up at 300, I'm going to just slide this down. I'm going to put my thumb on the thumb grip. And I'm just going to start up at the scalp. And just take it all the way down. And as you can see, it doesn't really pull any of the moisture or anything like that out of my hair. Now I will grab smaller sections from that section and do a second pass over if I feel that like it didn't get as good of a trip past. Alright, so I'm going to take this next section that I just kind of pulled out from that top section. And I'm going to start at the top. And I'm just going to slide down. Now, if your hair tends to be a little coarser than what mine is, you could always go up to a higher temperature. Or if you find that this is like too much heat for your hair, you can always take it down, and it cools down fast as well. I've actually transitioned between clients multiple times using this. Alright, and so I'm going to flat iron the rest and we'll come back. Now that my hair is flat ironed, I'm going to use some Braid Aid, and I'm going to put a couple pumps of this in my hands. And then I'm going to rub my hands together and apply that all throughout my hair. Alright. After using the Braid Aid on the hair, you can either do one of two things. You can either French braid it, starting from the top, and bring in pieces in as you go. Or you can start kind of in the middle, section it in to 3 sections, and then just braid straight down. Now, when I do this, and I actually do this for school sometimes, and when I do this for school, I always French braid it starting up at the top, because it will last throughout all the sweating and the running around that I do in cosmetology. However, seeing as how this video is for what I do when I go to bed, I usually, because by this point my arms are freaking tired after having been in cosmetology all day, I usually just throw it into just a basic braid starting midway down the head. Because I'm not looking for it to be fancy, and I don't really care about what the style is going to be in the morning, because like I said, due to that Braid Aid that I used, I'm going to wind up washing my hair in the morning anyway. So, and basically what the Braid Aid does is it kind of helps your fingers to kind of grip the braid a little better, and it kind of helps the braid to stick together a little better. And I have found that using the flat iron technique with the braiding, with the Braid Aid, has helped tons. So now I'm just going to throw an elastic on the end, and I'm using an ouchless elastic, and that's all there is to it. That is how I braid my hair. I straighten it ahead of time to make it where it's going to kind of lay a little smoother, and it's going to kind of go together a little smoother. And I have found that even using the Braid Aid, the braid will actually start to come apart midway through the night. But when I flat iron it and then use the Braid Aid, I get the best results. And if I have to, like on the weekends, if I need to run to the grocery store first thing in the morning, I can usually get up, run to the store, come back, and then jump in the shower, and the braid is still put together, and it looks good enough that it looks like I did it that morning. So the combination of the two is what is really working for me. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did and you like these kind of little hair tutorials, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below with how you wear your hair at night. Do you put it in a bonnet? Do you put it in rollers? Do you just throw it in a ponytail, leave it down? What do you do? Make sure to follow me on the social media link down below. Subscribe to the newsletter down below. And until next time, bye!